Swimmers, coaches and team managers, please be advised that the warm-up pool is now closed. Please assist us in clearing the pool so we may start this competition in a timely fashion. The warm-up pool is now closed. Swimmers and coaches, we remind you the pool is now closed for this warm-up session. Please assist us in clearing the pool so we may start the competition on time. This warm-up session has now finished. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce your hosts for the British Para Swimming International Meet for the final time. This is the very lovely Jodie Laresh.
Thanks very much, Alan. Yes, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the final session of the British Para Swimming International Meet 2015, a meet that has seen 325 athletes from over 20 countries from around the world come together to gain the all-important title of British Para Swimming International Meet Champion 2015. And it has been a fantastic meet so far. We've seen 25 British records, 2 European records and 4 world records. And get ready for some exciting action in the pool tonight as well. But this is where you can play your part with hashtag BPSIM15. Show your support for our swimmers on Twitter and on Facebook. Really get behind them. If there's any night to show your support, it really is tonight, the final session of the British Para Swimming International Meet 2015. Now, as I said, GB have had a fantastic meet so far, with several of our athletes underneath the IPC World Swimming Qualification times. I caught up with Sasha Kindred earlier on, one of those qualifiers. Let's hear what he had to say. I'm catching up now with Sasha Kindred. Sasha, congratulations on your IPC World Qualification times. You've been to every single World Championships since they began. This one will be the first one in Britain. How will it differ? Is it going to be a special one for you?
Oh, it's going to be special, definitely. You know, I've been fortunate enough to have a long and successful career and been to a number of Paralympics as well. And having the home support in London was by far made it the best Paralympics. So I'm sure we're going to have the same home support in the Worlds here in Glasgow, and it's going to be a great event to swim at.
Talking of the Paralympic Games, you won 6 gold medals there, 7 at the last World Championships. Just tell us what it takes to become a champion.
It takes a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, a lot of pain, a lot of dedication. You know, it doesn't come easy. You know, if you want to be the best at whatever you decide to do, whether it's in a sport or whether it's in a career, you're going to have to put a lot of effort and a lot of, you know, sweat and tears into it. And yeah, you know, I've been doing it for a number of years, and it hurts sometimes, but I'm glad I've achieved what I have.
And what do the next few months hold in store for you in the lead up to the Games?
Just the last preparations, really. We've got a few months now to go back home. I'll have a couple of days off after this meet, and then just to put the last finishing touches to my preparation. Still be training quite hard, and then when it gets nearer to July, you know, start to taper and start to calm down a little bit and do less work, and then be ready to race.
You mentioned your lengthy career. It is over 20 years now. What does it take to keep your drive and enthusiasm going?
My performances, really, you know, my family and my friends and the support around me. You know, I swam at Europeans last year and broke a PB, you know, and I can't ask for more than that. So I know I've still got improvements in me. I know I can still get the best out of my body, and I've still got one really good swim in me. I know it's there, and it's just a case of getting it out there, and hopefully I can do that at Worlds or in the future.
Best of luck for the World Championships. Thanks so much, Sasha.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to see a summary of this morning's action in just a few moments' time. But first of all, I'm up here with our lovely commentators. Paul, just give us a little preview of what you're looking forward to most from this final session.
Well, we start with the distance events, really. 200 freestyle and the 400 freestyles as well are the first to see. Jessica Jane Applegate, the Paralympic champion, is going. So let's hope that she can make the qualification standard that she was looking for this morning. Very, very close, but she hopefully can get a little bit closer tonight. Hannah Russell's back in again, doing a 400 freestyle. So a fantastic world record performance for her last night. Can she repeat it in the 400 freestyle? Let's hope so. Going to be great events to look forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, best of luck to all of our swimmers. And we'll just see a quick summary now of all this morning's action.
We started our last day of action with the 200 metres freestyle here at the British Para Swimming International Meet 2015. In the two heats of the women's event, it was lane 4 all the way. First up, Jessica Jane Applegate scored 940 points, with Bethany Firth following on in heat 2 with 969. Both inside the A standard qualifying time for the IPC World Championships. Thomas Hamer was returning to the venue where he won Commonwealth Games silver in 2014. In 2015, he could be coming back again for the World Championships and challenging for a medal again, after securing the time he needed this morning. Not content with beating the time, he also broke the S14 British record with his 1:59.02 swim. Into the 400 metre action now, and Beijing and London Paralympic champion Ellie Simmons never fails to please, qualifying for tonight's final with the highest points total of 927. Canada's Aurélie Rivard and Great Britain's Hannah Russell will be close contention for top spot. Oliver Hine clocked his second qualifying time of the meet and leads the men's 400 metre freestyle field. City of Sunderland's Joseph Craig needs to find over 6 seconds if the S8 swimmer is to find a way into the July team. We finished our morning with 50 metre backstroke action. Singapore's Pinju Yip will be the lady to beat later on. She finished some 200 points higher than her nearest competitor, whilst Great Britain and European record breaker from yesterday, Andrew Mullen, has his sights set on gold in the men's event. He was over 300 points better off than the rest of the field with his 38.11. Qualifying times, a great atmosphere and broken records. Is that too much to ask for?
Now, we've come to my favourite part of the pre-show this evening, the Walk with an Athlete section. I'm here with Canadian swimmer Nathan Steen. Now, Nathan, you've been to finals every night so far. Just tell us what's going through your mind when you walk out of that tunnel.
Touching the wall first. That's all that really matters when you come to big meets like this, is putting your best foot forward and really getting to the wall as fast as you possibly can.
And we've had an amazing performance from Team Canada at this competition. What do you think makes the team click so well?
It's definitely our spirit. We're always cheering as loud as we possibly can for each other, and we love each other, and we're always ready to go. And you can't really put it into words on how awesome of a team we have.
Can't knock a bit of team love. Now, you have qualified for the IPC World Championships later this summer. So what's next for you in the next couple of months in the lead up to that championships?
Really getting back to the grind. And just going home and trying to make myself as good as I can and trying to make sure that I stay high up in the world.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for speaking to us, Nathan. We'll head back to our lovely commentary team, Alan March and Paul Noble.
I too love a... Hang on a minute, Canada, you had your moment, it was down there. I too love a bit of team love, that's why me and Paul have different cars when we come to the venue. What we'd also love is if you guys were here at the IPC Swimming World Championships as well, showing your support. Glasgow, 13th to the 19th of July. You can get yourself on the Ticketmaster website. Tickets range from around about £10. But in a moment, on the big screen, we're going to give you a video that will give you some more information on how you can be involved at the wonderful championships here in Glasgow.
I'm joined now by Project Manager for the IPC Swimming World Championships 2015, Natasha Cuthbert. Tash, just tell us a little bit about the event.
Sure. Well, this summer we're welcoming the IPC Swimming World Championships to Glasgow. It's the first time it's been held in Glasgow, and we're looking forward to welcoming over 650 athletes to the venue from over 65 different nations.
And it is great that it's coming to Glasgow this year. It's such a fantastic venue.
Yeah, we've hosted a number of competitions here now in Tollcross, and it is proved to be a world-class facility, from our British Championships to the really successful Duel in the Pool, and then obviously the Commonwealth Games that was last summer.
And this gives us the perfect opportunity to introduce our exclusive debut of our mascot for the IPC Swimming World Championships, Tolly the Highland Cow. That's it, give us a whirl, Tolly. So Tash, just tell us the thinking behind Tolly the Cow.
Well, a Highland cow is a really friendly and welcoming animal, and we just felt that Tolly would be the right kind of fit for this championships.
And finally, how can people get involved and come and see the event?
Okay, so tickets are available now on Ticketmaster. So if you go to www.ticketmaster.co.uk/Glasgow 2015, you can purchase all your tickets there.
So that's it. Buy your tickets now for the hottest event of the summer.
So there you go. That's how you can get involved in the IPC Swimming World Championships. Get on Ticketmaster, figure it out, get yourselves here. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic event. You can join in tonight. Send us some tweets. Hashtag BPSIM15. Wherever you are in the world, when you're watching this on the stream, maybe you're on the other side of the pool from me. Good evening to you guys out there. Do drop us a tweet. We'll try and read them out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very special please welcome. Please welcome to poolside your referees, their team of technical officials, and for a first time ever, a very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your referees for this evening, David Metcalf and Dave Harmon. Your starters, Martin Noble and Kevin Patterson. And please give us your biggest cheer, applause. This is Tolly. Officials and Tolly, you may be seated. What do you want? What do you want? Ladies and gentlemen, isn't Tolly great? I can't tell you that I have not chuckled that much in a little while. Tolly, superb dancing. That is superb. Ladies and gentlemen, what we like to do before we get started is make sure that you guys are all paying full attention. Yeah, some people have started already. The Irishmen over there with the flag, they're already going. We just like a bit of a wave. So first of all, just a bit of a wave from the other side. Come on, I can see a few of you with your arms folded. That's it. Parents, family and friends. Now we just want to make sure you're feeling a little bit active. So we're going to go to your left. Your left. Let's try this. Go to your left. With your right. That's it. Your left. We struggled with this morning. Now go to your right. That's it. Your right. Yeah, don't follow me. That's my right. Your right. That's very good. I like these ones on the big screen. Look, if you're on there, just give us a big wave. That's you up there. That's it. Both of you said, I'm wearing red. These two, look at this. Oh, it's an active wave. That's how to stay fit in your chair. It's what we like to see. We need you, the guys out there in the crowd, to be as active as the guys and girls in the pool. That's not very active. That's better. What else have you got? What else have you got in your locker? Maybe this is your dad's favourite. Maybe this is your dad's or mum's favourite when they were younger. I like the old swaying from side to side. That's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're joining in throughout the evening. Send us your tweets. Keep clapping the performances. Keep cheering your favourite swimmers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes competing in the B final of the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. In lane 7, representing London Disability Swimming Club, Sarah Pachow. In lane 2, representing Marple, Rachel Tweedy. In lane 6, representing Motherwell, Amy McFarlane. In lane 3, representing Canada, Steen Moria. In lane 5, representing Iceland, Anita Ósk-Hrafnsdóttir. And in lane 4, representing Basildon, Danielle Hartin. This is the B final of the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. So away they go for the final time. Good evening, Mr. Paul Noble. And we've got some cracking finals here. 200s, 400s and 50 metres all coming up tonight. We start with this 200 metre freestyle in the women's multi-classification. This is the B final. Rachel Tweedy, Steen Moria, Danielle Hartin, Anita Ósk-Hrafnsdóttir, Amy McFarlane and Sarah Pachow. Away they go, down towards the first 50 metre turn.
Yeah, close contest, this one. Absolutely. We saw a lot of close races this morning, actually, in the heats. Looks like we are going to be in for a good few races that are going to be very tight tonight. First place, it is Hrafnsdóttir from Iceland, 33.86, just 0.17 of a second ahead of Danielle Hartin. Danielle Hartin, of course, did personal best time in the heats this morning, but hopefully she can improve on that again. And that's a swimmer in lane number 4, just being headed by Hrafnsdóttir, an Icelandic swimmer, an internationalist with the Icelandic team in the major championships, European championships last year. And Steen Moria from Canada, not quite out of contention yet. It's these three are heading away from the others. It is a multi-classification event, but all these swimmers are in the S14 classification, all those with an intellectual impairment. So as they come down to the last turn, it's a head-to-head here between lanes 4 and 5, Hartin and Hrafnsdóttir. It looks like it's going to be lane 5 who's going to lead them in to the last turn. They've got 50 to go, and the gap is just 0.3 of a second.
Remember to keep your tweets coming. Hashtag BPSIM. Emma Davies, last final at the World Trials for Chloe in the 200 free. That's coming up. And good luck to Rachel Tweedy using lane number 2. That's from Ella Cooper-Holmes a little bit earlier on. So good luck to her. She's heading down towards her final turn. But the final race here is between Hrafnsdóttir of Iceland and Hartin. And Hartin is trying to come up on the shoulder of the 20-year-old Icelandic. She made it to the heats of the European Championships in Eindhoven, lost out to Van der Voort and Schabalina. No shame in that. And Hartin coming through here. Got a PB, 2:33.05. Oh, well inside that. Great race from Danielle Hartin. And the 13-year-old gets a 2:28.99. 604 for Danielle Hartin, just edging out Anita Oskarsundottir of Iceland, 229.16. In comes McFarlane and Motherwell, 246.20. Moyar's time, 233.84. And now give it up for Rachel Tweedy out there in lane number 2, closest to the crowd. Give her some encouragement as she comes through the final 10 metres. Tweedy of Marple into the final 5. We've still got Sarah Pashal of London Disability Swim Club are going as well, but it's a touch here for Tweedy in 308.03. Still that 604 won't be beaten us because they're all S14 swimmers, remember. Into the final 5, Sarah Pashal, London Disability Swim, will come towards the wall here in lane number 7. There's the touch, 321.79.
Oh, nice race there, absolutely, for those two. Very, very close. Just again, I think the gap at halfway was 0.17, and that was the gap at the end as well. So 604 points and 602 points for the two S14 swimmers. The result is confirmed on your scoreboard. Harton takes that first final of the night, the B final in the 200 freestyle.
Yeah, absolutely. We didn't get too long earlier to talk about what you were looking forward to coming up. I know you mentioned Jessica Jane Applegate. What else in our programme has kind of caught your eye a little bit tonight?
Well, Tom Hamer comes up after the women's 200 freestyle. We'll move on to the men's 200 freestyle. Tom Hamer had a great swim this morning, British record. He set in the morning heats. John Margears Ferguson, the Paralympic champion and European record holder, will be right next to him. So I think that could be a good contest. Thomas Hamer just half a second outside the record held by Sverrisson.
Absolutely, and to those of you perhaps who are in the crowd, or if you've got to go, you're watching the stream and you can't watch it all, it's on demand as well, so you can get on to the British Swimming YouTube page and you'll be able to pick up the action from any day and just watch it back at your own leisure. Make yourself a nice cup of tea, sit back and relive the action once you get back home. Maybe your son, daughter or club member has won their race, won a medal, and you perhaps want to watch it back from the comfort of your own home. Well, it's all on demand. Modern technology's wonderful. People keep stealing our sweets, Paul. I've noticed this. We'll move on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to poolside the athletes competing in the A final of the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. In lane 9, representing Guernsey, Sarah Whitchurch. In lane 0, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Charlotte Harting. Lane 8, representing Norway, Sarah Louise Rung. In lane 1, representing Canada, Kirsty Casco. In lane 7, representing Perth City Swim Club, Reagan Doig. In lane 2, representing Iceland, Kolbrun Stefansdottir. In lane 6, representing Sweden, Pernilla Lindberg. In lane 3, representing City of Swansea Aquatics, Chloe Davies. Lane 5, representing UEA City of Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. Ladies and gentlemen, the A final of the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. So away they go then, Paul, and you mentioned right at the top of the programme here, Jessica Jane Applegate, needs to come within 2:07.77. That's the B standard qualifying time, or go quicker than 2:07.26. Either way, that's good enough.
It should be good enough. 2:07.7 will be the initial target. Bethany Firth qualified fastest for this, but not taking the start in the final. So Jessica Jane Applegate is pretty much on her own in the centre of the pool. Chloe Davis in lane number 3 may challenge Applegate, but I think Applegate is definitely going to go for this qualification standard. She was just about half a second out in the morning's heats. We hopefully have a track of her splits as we go through this 200. She reckons she was a little bit slow going out on the first 100 this morning. She went out on 103.3. She has gone out on 102.08. Jessica Jane Applegate bang on schedule to try and come back within that qualification standard. Jessica Jane Applegate, the Paralympic champion. Can she achieve that elusive qualification standard that she has been looking for? The rest of the field, will come back to them later. Sarah Louise Rung in lane number 8 is the Paralympic champion for Norway. Watch out for her when the points are divvied up at the end. But now it's all about Jessica Jane Applegate. She went through this stage this morning in 1:36. She's gone through in a 1:34, Alan. This time could be on for Jessica Jane.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside Toll Cross, it's a bit like the Paralympics here in London. Driven on in those final few metres. She was by the crowd that day. Can we drive her on here? She needs to come inside 2:07.77. That's the qualifying time that's needed. Applegate here, just outside the 5-metre marker, as she is desperately striving to take the touch. 2:07.33. It's inside the time required. The B standard has been met by Jessica Jane Applegate. 967 points. Keep your eyes now peeled on lane 8. Sarah Louise Rung can affect the scoreline here, but Paul, they're buzzing. 2:07.33. The idea was 2:07.77, and we've got that. That's been achieved. Here comes Sarah Louise Rung, the S5 swimmer in lane 8. Could affect the point score in this very race here.
It's a top score though for Jessica Jane Applegate. Sarah Louise Rung, the Paralympic champion. She's not the world record holder, so she probably is unlikely to get close to that 967. Here she comes now, Sarah Louise Rung from Norway, the great Norwegian champion, and she comes in a 2:54.62. 838 points. It should be good enough for second, but not good enough for the first position. Still one swimmer in the water. Sarah Whitchurch just going over with 50 metres to go, the Guernsey swimmer. But what a great swim that was at the front of the field for Jessica Jane Applegate. The work was done in the opening stages of that race, and she managed to hold on for an excellent time. Well, let's give Sarah Whitchurch some help here as she comes down. She had an entry time of 4:24.66. We'll just have a check of her times that she did this morning. In fact, she's almost exactly the same time as she was at 1:50, so she may well get in a good time, the Guernsey swimmer. Seen a lot from the islands this week, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm quite disappointed. The Isle of Man flag's gone. It's disappeared. They must have tootled off home back to the Isle of Man. But here, through the 25-metre marker goes Sarah Whitchurch of Guernsey. 3:16.33 at that last time. Give us some encouragement as we come towards the final 15 metres here.
It was a personal best this morning. Can she improve that? 4:24.66. We've seen swimmers look for records, swimmers look for qualifying times, swimmers look for personal best. Let's give her a big hand here as they come into the last 5. The time she set this morning, a personal best of 4:24.66. It's just slipped by. 4:26.54 for Sarah Whitchurch of Guernsey.
So the swimmers just going to make their way out, and I'm sure down on poolside, Jodie will be trying to grab hold of a very, very elated Jessica Jane Applegate. Ladies and gentlemen, give them all a round of applause for their efforts in this 200-metre freestyle. But Jessica Jane Applegate inside the qualifying time. Give her a big round of applause. She's done it. The time was there to be done. It was a hard time, but Jessica Jane Applegate has stepped up to the plate. and knocked one out of the park, as they say. Hopefully, we'll have some words from her in a couple of moments with Jodie Laresh on poolside. Super stuff. Super stuff. So, Jodie, down there on poolside, I'm sure the young lady next to you with red hair is pretty happy.
Yes, I'm sure she is, Alan. Jessica Jane, you had us on the edge of our seats there. How pleased are you with that swim?
I'm really pleased. Like, I knew it was going to be tough because I had to go out there and do it on my own. And I'm really pleased that I managed to achieve the qualifying standard.
And how much did you have to step it up from this morning to achieve that B time?
I wouldn't say I had to step it up. I had like technical goals that I really had to work on. And I knew that if I nailed them on the night, that I would get it.
You certainly nailed them tonight. Thanks very much, Jessica.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the C final of the men's 200 metres freestyle. Lane 0, representing Norway, Adam Ismail Wenham. In lane 8, representing Geary, Conor Morrison. Lane 1, representing Belgium, Aymeric Parmentier. Lane 7, representing Canada, Adam Rahir. Lane 2, representing Nuki Cormorants, Benjamin Proctor. Lane 6, representing Hong Kong, Carman Lee. Lane 3, representing Enfield Swim, it's Ryan Nichols. Lane 5, representing Gateshead, Macaulay Ainsley. And lane 4, representing Swansea University, Craig Harris. This is the C final in the men's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. Well, a real buzz, Paul. We got off to a real buzz in that women's event. It felt like everybody in the building was cheering her on there, trying to push her through into that B qualifying time, and she's done it. So we're going to move on to the men's events now, but well done. Once again, Jessica Jane Applegate, another qualifying standard time looked at and beaten.
Absolutely. Some of the GB swimmers certainly stepping up here. Very tough standards for qualification for the World Championships here in the summer. But that was a great performance from Jessica Jane, Paralympic champion. He's now going to be going to the World Championships. Selection, of course, will be confirmed tomorrow. So we'll wait and see what that team selection is. Well, here we go. Benjamin Proctor leads them out in the C final. Ben Proctor, an experienced man. He's been on the GB team for around about the last decade. He's a Paralympian in London, and he leads them through 1:30.30. Kalman Lee from Hong Kong in second position. Ryan Nichols, 1:01.10 in third position at the halfway mark. Craig Harris in fourth. Craig Harris, of course, was the man who just missed out on the qualification standard in 200 metres individual medley. Ben Proctor, in lane number 2, he is holding on. Kind of a trademark style for Ben Proctor. He always goes out fast and tries to hang on for the last 50. And Ben Proctor still leading, but they're all coming back at him. Kalman Lee from Hong Kong trying to pull back on Ben Proctor. We know Craig Harris has got a very strong finish too. And Ryan Nichols also coming back very strongly. Lane number 3. And it is Ryan Nichols actually taking up the running for Enfield with Craig Harris. And looks like Kalman Lee there. It is going to be Ryan Nichols now coming through very strongly. He's holding on as Kalman Lee comes back in the last 5. But it is going to be Ryan Nichols who will take this C final in 207.87. 769 points. Of course, all the swimmers S14s. So the points not really relevant in this one. Cameron Lee, 209.00 in second position, and Craig Harris coming through for third place, 209.72.
So let's wait for the results to become official. It's 7.69 from Ryan Nichols. Looks like it's going to be good enough, and it is. The results now being made official on the board, they are confirmed. So it's Nichols, Carmen Lee and Craig Harris. Proctor just behind that, and Adam Ray here obviously enjoyed his swim as he got out of the pool there. 2:12.85. Canadian team seem happy with it. Why not? So keep those tweets coming to us. Remember, hashtag BPSIM15. Cynthia Graham says good luck to Rosie Bancroft and Tom Hamer in their finals tonight. Good luck indeed. Keep sending them in. We'll tweet them out. And don't forget, you can watch the entirety of this on YouTube on demand. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the B final of the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. In lane 9, representing Canada, Gordy Michi. In lane 0, representing Canada, Maxime Roussel. In lane 8, representing Derwentide, Matthew Gibson. Lane 1, representing Nova Centurion, Joseph Schick. In lane 7, representing Russia, Mikhail Khulyabin. In lane 2, representing Canada, Dalton Boone. In lane 6, representing Edinburgh University, Craig Rogie. In lane 3, representing Hong Kong, Wah Kip Choi. Lane 5, representing Hong Kong, Sun Sang Lee. And in lane 4, representing City of Swansea, Jack Thomas. This is the B final of the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. So Roussel, Schenk, Boone, Choi, Thomas, Lee, Rogie, Khulyabin, Gibson and Michi. That's your lineup in this 200 freestyle B final. Good receptions, quite a lot of the swimmers as they made their way out there. And Jack Thomas and Craig Rogie getting plenty of support. Triple medalist in the European Championship, Jack Thomas, bronze medalist in this very event. Season's best 2:03.40 this morning, Paul, and but a personal best of 2:01.27. So there's plenty more inside of Jack Thomas. He's got to find it.
He has, returning to the pool where he won a bronze medal at Commonwealth Games last year. Craig Rogie from Edinburgh University, also in that Commonwealth Games final. And he did a personal best yesterday in the backstroke. At the moment he's in third position because Khulyabin from Russia in line number 7 has got the lead in a very fast 58.30. Jack Thomas in second, 58.58. They're certainly giving themselves a chance here. Jack Thomas already had a qualification time, I should say, for the GB team for the World Championships in 200 medley. Can he add another one? The initial target, 159.6. 131.79 is the target for Jack Thomas. He's gone over 131.57. Kuliabin still in first position. Craig Rodgy in third place now, but Kuliabin looking very, very good. The Russian, he's going to hold off the rest of the field, I think. Rodgy coming through very strongly, and also Tung Sang Lee from Hong Kong in the centre lane too, and Wakit Choi. Everyone coming back for second position, but it is going to be Kuliabin will take this one for Russia in 2:01.49. Rodgy, I think, in second in 2:04.70, but it was very, very tight at the end between Rodgy, Tung Sang Lee, Wakit Choi and Jack Thomas.
So they'll start to make their way out here, and a great swim from Mikhail Kuliabin of Russia, 897 points. Had a couple of B-final swims from people where they've got some amazing points totals, and just take a look how close it was for joint seventh. Two of the Canadians couldn't be separated. Dalton Boone and Maxime Roussel and Joseph Schenk all got 761 points. There was hardly anything between them as they came to the wall. But 897 for Mikhail Kuliabin, Craig Rodgy in second, and Wakit Choi of Hong Kong third in that B final. Andrew Harris sending his tweets in. Great swim by Craig Harris. Well done. Another youth gold on the rocky road to recovery. Hashtag BPSIM15 if you want to tweet to us.
We'll be moving to medal presentations very shortly. We have got an A final to look forward to first, of course, and this should be a great contest, this A final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the A final of the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. In lane 9, representing Portugal, João Pina. In lane 0, representing Israel, Itzhak Mamatsvalov. In lane 8, representing Sweden, Michael Fredriksson. Lane 1, representing Spain, Miguel Martinez Tacuelo. In lane 7, representing Canada, Daniel Murphy. In lane 2, representing Ireland, James Scully. Lane 6, representing Spain, Sebastian Rodriguez. Lane 3, representing Russia, Vyacheslav Emeliantsev. In lane 5, representing Iceland, John Margier Sverrisson. In lane 4, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Thomas Hamer. This is the A final of the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. Away they go in the final here of this men's multi-classification 200 metre freestyle, and we've real range of classifications to keep our eyes on here, Paul. First to the wall, definitely may not be the winner of this one, because it's going to be interesting. Thomas Hamer all the way up there in the S14 category. Itzhak Mamadzvalov in the S1 category. Jalpina in 2. Michael Fredrickson and Martinez Tequelo of Spain. S3. A few S5 swimmers as well. Scully, Rodriguez and Murphy. And then those 3 S14s who will race away. And Thomas Hamer's got his work cut out here. Vyacheslav Emeliantsev has gone off very, very sharply here. Hamer in lane 4 and Jon Margier Sverrisson in lane number 5.
Well, it is a great start for Emeliantsev. We saw him win medal in the 200 metres individual medley. I think the other two are just coming back on him slightly now. Thomas Hamer in the centre against the Paralympic champion and European record holder Jon Margier Sverrisson of Iceland. Thomas Hamer really showed his strength in the closing stages this morning to get under that qualification standard for the GB team and also set a new British record. It's all closing up very nicely here at the front of the field. Thomas Hamer still in third. Emeliantsev and Margier Sverrisson very close for first position. It's all going to be down to the touch here as all three of them come back in now. Thomas Hamer coming through strongly in the centre of Sverrisson and Emeliantsev and Thomas Hamer. What a race this is. He's coming to the closing stages here. It is going to be Thomas Hamer will take it in a time of 1:58.92. And what a strong swim that was for Thomas Hamer. Another improvement on his time and another British record for Thomas Hamer.
Hamer's just shaved another 0.2 of a second off the record he made this morning, and he has just sent out a message. He's just beaten the Paralympic and European champion Jon Margier Sverrisson of Iceland alongside him. It's a great competition to have, and it's really, really pushed Thomas Hamer on. 1:58.92. In came Sverrisson. I tell you what, credit to Emeliantsev as well there, Paul. He really made that a 3-horse race and really pushed the other two on here. Coming up towards halfway is Mamadzvalov of Israel. So again, keep your eyes peeled as we've got another 100 to come from Mamadzvalov, the S1 category, and that's what makes this multi-classification world very, very interesting to watch and have to wait for those results. Mamadzvalov goes back towards his second 100. Coming home then is James Scully in the S5 category, 544 points, just in behind Sebastian Rodriguez, 255.80. So still that 956 for Thomas Hamer will stand as the top score as we wait now. Coming back in lane 1 from Spain is Martinez Tequelo. We've also got Michael Fredrickson of Sweden starting to come back as well. So it looks like Tequelo will be the next home in lane number 1. The Spaniard turned in 254.24. Fredrickson turning in 321.25. So Tequelo will win the battle here between the two S3 swimmers, and they come into the final 15 metres. Give him some support. Tequelo here finishing off his 200 metre freestyle. The S3 swimmer into the final 5, turning is Itzhak Mamadzvalov. Jalpina in lane number 9, turning here in 10th position, heading back down towards his final 50 metres. Mamadzvalov on the far side, closest to the spectators, furthest away from us in lane 0. Mamadzvalov heading back up.
He is heading back up, and he set the record, the world record for this class, the S1 class, the more severe impairment in the Paralympic programme at Sheffield in 2012. When he set that world record, and it stands at 4:57.79, he went through the 150 mark at 3:42.58. He went through 150 at 3:42.68. He's just a tenth of a second outside world record pace. Could the man from Israel claim another world record here in Glasgow? He is very close with 15 to go, Alan.
Mammatsvalov then into the final 10. Ladies and gentlemen, push him on. As I was saying this morning, we've seen Mammatsvalov surprise us and get a world record. He did that. We were there in Sheffield when he broke that world record. Into the final 5, as Paul's saying, it's 4:57.79. It's just edging by, and I think he's going to be just outside it here, Mammatsvalov. Well, that's a wonderful effort. 4:59.97, 978 points. He's put himself on top of the podium, and we said to you, you've got to just watch every single swimmer here. And the S1 category swimmer, the Israeli Mammatsvalov, has come in there 4:59.97, under 5 minutes. He's got himself on top of the podium, 9.78 in front of Thomas Hamer, 9.56, and Sverrisson on 9.52. Joao Pina coming in for Portugal then. Give him his dues, give him his round of applause here with 15 to go. Then, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him some support as he comes through. Joao Pina of Portugal turned at 4:25.46 and will come into his final 10 metres here.
And here he is, Joao Pina, the final swimmer to finish, the S2 swimmer. Again, with a severe impairment here, the S2 swimmers are at the lower end of the numerical class here. And let's give him a big hand as he comes into the final stages. We have a time for him of 5:57 this morning, and it's 5:57 again, a difference of only 2/100ths of a second from his heat time. It's a very consistent swimming there from the Portuguese swimmer. But what a race at the front of the field. A great battle between the three, Emeliantsev, Sverrisson and Hamer. And of course, Mammatsvalov at the end, snatching the gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for all of the swimmers. And then aim one towards Itzhak Mammatsvalov. That's the winner of your race. And then keep aiming that round of applause down towards the pool. Thomas Hamer breaks the British record once again, 1:58.92. Well done, Thomas Hamer. But Mammatsvalov stole the gold here at the British Para Swimming International Meet with his time of 4:59.97, 978 points. Good enough to be on top of the podium. So a little bit later on, ladies and gentlemen, bit of a treat for you. We are going to read out all of the names of the people that have met qualifying times here this week. So we are going to read out the list of people who have met the qualifying standard times for those IPC Swimming World Championships a little bit later on. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the medal presentation for the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. The medals will be presented by the Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Swansea Aquatics, Chloe Davies. Winner of the silver medal, representing Norway, Sarah Louise Rung. And the winner of the gold medal, representing UEA Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the youth medal presentation for the women's multi-classification 200 metres freestyle. The medals will be presented by the Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of our Youth Gold Medal, representing Basildon and Phoenix Swim Club, Daniel Hartin. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winner. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the medal presentation for the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Iceland, Don Magie Sverrisson. Winner of the silver medal in British record time, representing City of Manchester, Thomas Hamer. Winner of the gold medal, representing Israel, Itzhak Mamatsvalov. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the youth medal presentation for the men's multi-classification 200 meters freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. The winner of our youth gold medal, representing Swansea University, Craig Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winner. All right, so I know Paul Noble's very upset that one of One Direction has left, so we put this on for him. He's very emotional over here. He's tucking into junk food to try and get through it all. I know there is a telephone number to ring if you're upset about One Direction losing a member. It's the same as it was the other day, 0800 no one cares. Zayn, is it? There we go, Zayn has left. So they're looking for a new member. There could be this guy here, look. What do you reckon, people in the crowd? Do you reckon this guy could be the new member of One Direction? Or has he got no direction? We've literally got no direction. We've got somebody in our ear. We're not listening. No, I don't think so. Let's see if we can find another member of One Direction. That's more of a royal wave than anything. That's not going to fit in, is it? With their stereotypical boy band dance moves. So, no, nobody out there fancy being a new member of One Direction? Me neither. Keep the tweets coming. Robert Nesbitt, no worries. Thanks for the great commentary this week, it says. And for their officials this week. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the C final of the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle. In lane 8, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. Lane 1, representing Canada, Camille Belube. Lane 7, representing Germany, Emily Telly. Lane 2, representing Clevedon, Harriet Dickinson. Lane 6, representing Norway, Marte Hegerfeld. In lane 3, representing Ireland, Ellen Keane. In lane 5, representing Canada, Katarina Roxon. And in lane number 4, representing Harrogate, Chloe Buck. This is the C final of the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle. Away they go then in this first of our 3 women's final. C, B and A. Belube, Dickinson, Keane, Buck, Roxon, Hegertvet, Tele and Nicole Turner of Ireland completing the lineup in lane 8. As many of you will know if you've been here every day, me and Paul like to have a bit of banter between Scotland and England. It's what we do. And I've just reminded Paul that Gibraltar have scored against Scotland in the football. Mighty Gibraltar have scored. All right, it's 4-1, admittedly, but they have scored, which is always good for me until we get trounced by Ireland or Italy or whoever it is we're playing in the midweek. There you go. Racing away the S9s in this field. And going very well is Katarina Roxon, the 21-year-old. She was the youngest Canadian Paralympian in Beijing. Been doing a little bit of homework. And she'll have competition here from Chloe Buck of Harrogate. Swimming in lane 4, 1:12.01 for Buck. So slightly behind Katarina Roxon of Canada, 111.28. I'm impressed with the Canadian team's ability to have shouted whoop at virtually every mention this week. Well done. A round of applause from the commentary box for your efforts this week, by the way, Team Canada. You've kept the place rocking. Thank you very much. And, Roxon against Buck is the race at the front of the field here, Paul.
It is. Katarina Roxon, more experience of the two, as you said, way back to Beijing. And she represented the Canadian team in the Paralympic Games. She did. The Canadian team represented also in London and also at the Commonwealth Games here last year. So Katarina Roxon is keeping pretty close with Chloe Buck from Harrogate District. Chloe Buck has been one of the swimmers who's been around on the fringes of the GB team for a few years now. Probably the breaststroke is Chloe Buck's favourite event. She's going over the 400 this time. And she is just edging ahead of Katarina Roxon. Ellen Keane from Ireland and Marte Hegerveit from Norway. Ellen Keane with the Irish flag. Ellen Keane's parents in the crowd there waving that Irish flag proudly. Haven't seen the green suit though from Ellen Keane's dad. Maybe we'll see that in the summer when Ellen Keane returns with the Irish team here at the World Championships in July.
Which she will. Talking of which, Ben Booth has tweeted us, wherever you are, Ben, you're watching on, obviously. Super disappointed not to be in Glasgow with you guys. This is aimed at Kaylee Hago. Looks amazing. I will try for Worlds, but it's dead easy, Ben. From £10 and a little bit upwards, and it's free for under 16s. Get yourself on the Ticketmaster website. IPC Swimming World Championships, Glasgow, 13th to the 19th of July. You've got all that wonderful swimming and Tolly to look forward to throughout the summer. As if we weren't selling it with the swimming, we've thrown in Tolly as well. That bit's free, I think. I think the tickets are just for the swimming. Tolly's free. Going into the final five. And here's the turn. And it's Chloe Buck who's pulled away now from Katarina Roxon. Roxon it was that led at the first 100, but it's definitely Buck's race to lose now, Paul.
Yeah, Chloe Buck going very, very well indeed. Can she get under a personal best? 5:06.98 for Chloe Buck. That is the time that she will be aiming for. She will not be far away from that. 3:51.48 through the 300 mark. Katarina Roxon now 5 seconds behind. And it is Hegertveit from Norway in third, with Ellen Keane falling down to fourth position now. But here comes Chloe Buck now, 4:31. Now she's got to come back in a 35-second last 50. It's going to be quite tough, I think, for Chloe Buck in lane number 4. Katarina Roxon is now just falling back behind Chloe Buck in second position. And the battle still on for third, but Hegertveit still has the edge over Ellen Keane. Of course, we will keep an eye on the points totals when these swimmers finish, but the 4S9 swimmers in the centre of the pool, I would think, should be pretty much the top point scorers. Here comes Chloe Buck. Her personal best time has just slipped by, but 5:10.54 is an improvement, a big improvement from what she did in the heats this morning. Katarina Roxon in second position also improves by exactly a second. And Ellen Keane, a late surge. Is she going to get in for third? Oh, it's very close, and she does get in for third. 5:25.99 for Ellen Keane. Gives her a 1 point advantage over Hegertveit.
So finishing now is Dickinson of Clevedon, 5:37.20. Emily Telly of Germany, the S12 swimmer, 5:38.87. And Berube of Canada, 559 for her C final swim. Berube's time is 5:42.59. And Nicole Turner is our final swimmer, heading back towards home here. The Irish swimmer in lane number 8. Our only S6 swimmer in this 400-metre freestyle final. Give her some encouragement as she comes by. She's up towards around about the 25-metre marker here. Little red dots in the lane ropes. Through the 25 she goes. And she's coming forward towards the finish of her British Para Swimming International Meet 2015. Into the final 10 then. Nicole Turner did a 6:36.46 this morning. And 6:40.38 this evening, 507. Yeah, wait for the official results of the C final. Chloe Buck is looking like being top of that list, 613. The results on the scoreboard. Jessica Jane Applegate just been by and given us a high five. Or did we give her a high five because she did well? It wasn't because of us. We did give her a high five.
Did a good job.
She did an excellent job. Voice in my ear says she deserved a high five. I didn't. That's fair enough.
We can't argue with that.
I've got a voice at home says that as well.
Chloe Buck did a good job too. 5:10.54, 613 points in that C final.
Just Benoit Huot was just walking by our commentary position. He's promised us something special in his race later on, so I'm holding him to it. I'm absolutely holding him to it.
Well, we'll look forward to that.
I'll tell you what it was after the race if he achieves it. And if he doesn't achieve it, I'm putting it all over Twitter. So, can we have I'll tell you what, you've been my team of the week this week because you've been noisy, you've been vocal, you've been supportive, some fantastic interviews from you as well. And one of you apparently is really hot, according to Jodie Laresh. Not going to tell you which one it is. Oh, what are you bowing for? Big-headed or what? Can we have a big cheer from the Canadians? So just show us how you do it. And a big cheer from our fans out there in the crowd. Let's show the Canadians how we do it here at Toll Cross. That wasn't very good, really, was it? Thank you very much, Canada, for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next event in a couple of seconds. This is the B final of the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle. Please welcome the athletes in lane 8, representing Israel, Erol Halevi. In lane 1, representing Estonia, Elizabeth Egard. In lane 7, representing Canada, Morgan Bird. In lane 2, representing Portugal, Teresa Neves. In lane 6, representing Warrington, Coral Farrell. In lane 3, representing Israel, Yulia Gurichuk. In lane 5, representing Richmond Dale's Lily McLeod. And in lane 4, representing Woking, Zara Maluli. This is the B final of the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle.
Well, a number of classifications here. We've seen some races this evening, although it is multi-class, all the same classifications, but not this one. Watch out for Elizabeth Egel in lane number 1, the S11 swimmer. We've seen a few S11 swimmers here this week. Those swimmers with no vision at all. She'll be wearing blacked out goggles. She'll have the tappers at each end of the pool to instruct her where the end is. I've done some of that tapping before for some of the swimmers. Not an easy job. A little bit easier on freestyle, really. Head normally out of the water, but backstroke, when those arms come over, very difficult to get that tapping stick in the correct place. Zara Maluli looks like she is heading away in the centre of the pool ahead of Lily McLeod. Saw two good swims this morning. Maluli in 5:08 and Lily McLeod a big personal best, 5:14.90. So we'll see what those swimmers can do. Also Coral Farrell, a big personal best for her too. So can they improve on the time that they did in the morning? Zara Maluli looking good though, the Woking swimmer, ahead of McLeod and Farrell.
12 years old, Zara Maluli, born in 2002. PB 5:03.75, 5:08.32 this morning. We're hoping for something better than that. The Woking Swimming Club coaches, I'm sure, looking on. And making the turn, it is Maluli, 1:49.32, back towards the non-scoreboard end here, the starting end at Toll Cross, 1:51.16, Lily McLeod, Richmond in 5, followed then by Coral Farrell of Warrington in lane number 6, 1:53.12 at that turn. That's the 1-2-3, Woking, Richmond, Warrington. Following that, it's Gordichuk of Israel and Bird of Canada. That's the top 5.
Again, we've got the classifications here to watch out for when we get into the points totals later. Zara Maluli out there, the S10 swimmer, 2:29.08. And, well, she's pretty much on course to be around about our personal best, maybe faster than this morning. 5:03.75 is her lifetime best, so can she challenge that as we move into the second half? Lily McLeod looking very good too. Another young swimmer, just 13 years of age, Lily McLeod. And also Coral Farrell is also pretty similar age. So 3 youngsters here in the centre of the pool, trying to make improvements on their times. We said earlier, a bit of a different mindset for a number of the swimmers here. Some of them want to come and break records. Some of them want to come and get qualification times. But all of them want to come in and do their best times. And that's what these 3 swimmers are aiming for. Of course, we do have youth medals to come, so these swimmers will be in contention for those youth medals.
Farrell and McLeod 13, Maluli 12. And McLeod and Farrell breaking those PBs in this morning's heats. I mean, towards the touch then for the final 100 in Zara Maluli. 3:48.67. McLeod 3:52.07, and then Farrell 3:56.58. Remember, Maluli and Farrell both S10 swimmers. McLeod S13. And we've got Gordichuk, an S9 swimmer. Morgan Bird, an S8 swimmer. Khalevi, the S7 swimmer. So they could all affect the points totals towards the end in this B final. It's always nice to walk away saying you won your final, A, B or C. And as Paul was saying, the youth medals up for grabs as well. And they certainly fit the youth age range, 12 and 13.
That would just about get into it, I think.
That's
just scraped into that
just
one,
underneath, yeah. Through the 25 metres marker then. See if we can cheer Zara Maluli on PB of 5:03.75. I think that's going to just be too much for her on this occasion. She's not be too far out of it. There's the 3 just gone by, 5:05.68. What about McLeod? 5:14 was her personal best, smashed that. 5:11.88. Coral Farrell, 5:18 was her personal best. 5:17, so 2 PBs for McLeod and Farrell. In comes Gordichuk, 5:19.64. Morgan Bird, 5:25.59. The Canadian team happy with that. Portugal's Teresa Neves comes in 532.50. 552 points for Neves at 7:11 for Maluli. And finishing here is Elizabeth Egel, Estonian, finishing in a time of 5:55.54. Nearly all the fives, so very close.
Nearly. Well, that was a good swim, and nearly all the sixes in terms of points, but just a little bit off that. 668 points, and the final swimmer to finish has got the second highest points total. So Zara Maluli, if that result is confirmed, will take that final. 5:05.68 the time, 711 the points. Elizabeth Egel confirmed now on your scoreboard in second position. Morgan Bird from Canada in third. But that final does go to Zara Maluli from Woking, 711 points.
Hope you're enjoying yourselves out in the crowd. Hope you're enjoying yourselves on the live stream as well. Don't forget you can catch up on all the action on demand on the YouTube, British Swimming YouTube page. So if you missed anything, you don't have to miss it. You can watch it again. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the A final of the women's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. Lane 9, representing Iceland, Thelma Bjornsdottir. In lane 0, representing Northampton Swimming Club, Eleanor Robinson. In lane 8, representing Beckenham, Susanna Rogers. In lane 1, representing Loughborough University, Eleanor Simmons. Lane 7, representing Spain, Nuria Marquez Soto. In lane 2, representing Boldmere, Tully Kearney. In lane 6, representing Bournemouth Collegiate School, Alice Ty. In lane 3, representing Woking, Hannah Russell. Lane 5, representing City of Oxford, Rosie Bancroft. In lane 4, representing Canada, Aurélie Rivard. This is the A final of the women's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle.
Well, lots and lots to look out for in this one. Eleanor Robinson goes in 0. She was in record-breaking form yesterday in the 50 butterfly. She's right next to the world record holder here in lane number 1, and that is, of course, Ellie Simmons, representing Loughborough University, the 4-time Paralympic gold medalist. Tully Kearney in the lane next to Ellie Simmons in lane number 2, and she will be looking to try and achieve a qualification standard in this event. Hannah Russell, what can she do? She is a British record holder. We saw her in world record breaking form last night. Can she do it again? Her British record is only, well, it's very, very close to the world record mark. So Hannah Russell on good form, and she's got Aurélie Rivard next to her, the Paralympic Games medalist from Canada. Rosie Bancroft had a good heat also in lane number 5, and she is next to Alice Tai in 6. And the very impressive young Spanish swimmer, Nuria Marquez Soto, in lane number 7 alongside Alice Tai. Susie Rogers still to make a qualification standard. Can she push herself through on this one? She is a European record holder. And Thelma Bjornsdottir from Iceland in lane number 9 completes the lineup.
Rogers still looking for that individual qualifying time. And in the S7 category, that time 5:22.5. Felt like she was keeping some back for this evening. 5:18.93, the personal best. Season's best 5:32.85, the 5:33.43 this morning. Susie Rogers. Mum will be here somewhere, looking on. So too, Eleanor Robinson's parents have seen them. They're buzzing around this weekend. They've enjoyed this meet, I think, nearly as much as Eleanor herself has. And, in the stands, they're closest to Eleanor out there in lane 0. That PB 5:57.50 must be great to be able to swim alongside Eleanor Simmons, Paul, at that young age, alongside her idol. And at the moment, Simmons coming into her final 5 of this 100, and they'll turn towards the scoreboard. The S10 swimmers, Rivard, Bancroft, Tai, along with Russell in the S12 category, they are motoring. Tully Kearney and Nuria Marquez Soto trying to chase on. So too, Susanna Rogers here in 8 as she heads towards the boards as well.
Yeah, it's all very tight at the head of the field. Hannah Russell, Aurélie Rivard, and Rosie Bancroft still in contention. Russell and Rivard look like they are stretching away from Rosie Bancroft. Rosie Bancroft had a great swim in the heats too. Personal best time, 4:47.37. Looked very impressive, Rosie Bancroft. Just losing ground now as Rivard just ramps it up slightly. Hannah Russell in second position. So Rivard goes through 3:30.64. Russell in second place. Bancroft in third. Who's in fourth position? It looks like it is Tully Kearney. Went over in 3:40.24. And Alice Tai having a private battle with Nuria Marquez Soto from Spain in lane number 7. We'll keep an eye on Ellie Simmons and Susie Rogers. They're coming through the 300 mark now, with Ellie Simmons just with the slight advantage there as Rivard goes over with 50 metres to go. She looks like she's going to set the points target for the likes of Simmons and Rogers to aim for. Chased by Russell, but Rivard on her way home.
Keep your eyes on Rosie Bancroft as well. That PB this morning, 4:47.37. She has tried to stick with the Rivard and Russell combination. So Bancroft being dragged along by two very, very good swimmers. Rivard and Russell coming towards the wall, then in towards the final 5. Aurélie Rivard is going to take it on time. The S10 swimmer will come home and touch 916. Russell, 942 in a 4:42 for Russell. In comes Bancroft, 4:47.37, exactly the same time she swam this morning when she made a personal best. In comes Alice Tai, 4:55.99. Kearney, 4:56.17. Those times. And 9:42 though for Russell, 4:42.96. Simmons kicking for home here through the final 25 metres. Simmons up to around about 15 to go then, and we're keeping an eye on Simmons and Susie Rogers as well. Susie Rogers coming in here in lane 8, 4:52.13 at the turn. It'll be Simmons to touch first though. We have there in lane 1. Simmons already inside the qualifying time. She comes in with 5:29.15. Paul's got his eye on the clock here for Susie Rogers as she comes to the wall. 5:34.31. Susie Rogers, 716 points there. 942 though for Hannah Russell. will be affected. Eleanor Robertson here coming in 5:13.52 at the last turn into the final few metres. PB 5:57 set this morning, smashed that 5:56.49. Well done, Eleanor Robinson. And in comes Thelma Bjornsdottir, the S6 swimmer from Iceland as well, to complete our lineup. 608.06, 652 points.
Well, that's what we like to see, Alan. Points totals in the 900 points range there. It looks like it's Hannah Russell who is going to be crowned the champion here. Hannah Russell from Woking, 942 points. There are the confirmed results on your scoreboard. Ellie Simmons, 912 points for the world record holder in the S6 class. She'll take the bronze. Rivard from Canada, the silver. And Hannah Russell from Woking will take the gold medal.
Good stuff as they make their way out of the pool. And I'm sure Jodie will be trying to catch up with our winner, Hannah Russell. Not for the first time this week. We've seen Russell breaking records, world records at that. And the Woking swimmer happy with her 942. Not quite able to break any records in this one, but already has a time inside the qualifying time, so Russell will be coming to your screen in a couple of moments' time.
I'm sure she'll be quite happy with her work at these championships. Hannah Russell, a record breaker last night, qualification standard achieved for consideration for the GB team. And she's now on poolside with Jodie.
Thanks, Alan. Yes, I'm here with our champion, Hannah Russell. Hannah, you've had an amazing week so far. World record last night and a gold to add to it tonight.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how the meet's gone so far, and to top it off with a 4:42, I was really pleased. It's a season's best, so I couldn't ask for anything better at the moment.
And you've been battling it out this week with Aurelie Rivard in the freestyle events. Is that good to have that kind of head-to-head competition?
I mean, it's always nice to have other people alongside me, although I can't see swimmers alongside me when I'm swimming, so it's sort of me swimming against myself, but it's always nice to know that there's people alongside me, and it's always nice to have the competition, so yeah.
And you trained at the National Performance Centre in Manchester. Is it good training against other GB swimmers? Does it push you on?
It's absolutely amazing. It's probably the best decision I've ever made. I moved in July last year, and to have swimmers such as Steph Slater, Rosie Bancroft, especially Claire Cashmore, so they're the ones who I train alongside, and they always push me, and we're all like such a close family, so I couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, it's certainly working wonders for you. Thanks very much, Hannah.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Don't forget to keep your tweets coming in. It's an excellent one from one of the UEA coaches, Alex Pinning, has posted a picture of Jessica Jane, who's smiling away. It says 3 PBs, 1 gold, 1 bronze, and an IPC swimming world qualifying time. Great little tweet that. Keep yours coming in. It also says hashtag UEA hero. There you are. Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athlete competing in the C final of the men's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle. In lane 8, representing Swim Trafford, Craig McNeil. In lane 1, representing Spain, Anthony Ponce Bertrand. In lane 7, representing Middlesbrough, Joshua Hogengrom. In lane 2, representing Greece, Dimitros Miklindakis. In lane 6, representing Cooper, Oliver Carter. In lane 3, Bastian Fontaine of Germany. In lane 5, representing Germany, Klaus Steinhardt. And in lane 4, representing Canada, Nicholas Guy Turbide. This is the C final of the men's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle.
are off with the C-final of the men's 400 freestyle. Again, we'll just have a look at the classifications in this one. As you can see here in the venue and the scoreboard, Nicholas Guy Turbide from Canada in the centre lane, an S13 swimmer even, and the 3 S10s, Klaus Steinhauser, Oliver Carter and Craig McNeil in 5, 6 and 8. 2 S9s, we throw Michelin Sakis and Bastien Fontaine side by side in 2 and 3. 1 S8, Joshua Hogan-Grob in 7, and Andre Bertrand from Spain in lane number 1, the S7 swimmer. And it's very, very close here at the front of the field. A great contest here. And who is going to be first to the wall? It could well be lane number 4 or lane number 5 maybe. In fact, 3/100ths of a second separating the top 3 swimmers. Steinhauer and Carter absolutely together, 106.44. Turbide 3/100ths behind, 106.47.
If you were here this morning, you'll know that Paul is sweating a little bit. Oliver Carter keeps getting closer and closer to a, what is it now, Paul, 104-year-old record that you've got in
something like that.
Scottish disability swimming. Yeah, it's a Scottish disability record. Paul Noble still holds it from back in the day of black and white TV.
That's right, with the woolen swimming costumes.
Woolen swimming costume. You're still wearing that now. Underneath your t-shirt here.
Yeah, I've got one on now.
It's the only thing that keeps you warm. So Paul's sweating a little bit because Oliver Carter keeps edging closer to that 20-something-year-old record of Paul's. And he's trying to blag his way out of it and say he can't really remember what it is. This is the man that remembers every record set by every swimmer from every nation in every Paralympics ever swam. So I'm not having that, Paul Noble. You know what the record is, you just don't want to tell anybody. So Carter in 6. I'll know if he's anywhere near it. Paul will have his eyes closed. He won't like it at all, but going well. He's Klaus Steinhauer, the German, swimming in 5, leading away from the Canadian Nicholas Guy Turbide, who's going in 4. In fact, it's Turbide now who takes to the front. 2:51.51, just in front of Steinhauer's 2:51.69. Dimitros Michelinzakis of Greece in 3rd position on times, who will eagerly await the points as they come up here towards making their final 100-metre turn.
I like the technique of Michelinzakis of Greece, just swimming with one arm, very, very smooth there. We did see him compete very well in the butterfly event yesterday, and he managed to get a medal in that butterfly event. Not surprised, because it is pretty much a butterfly stroke he's employing here on the freestyle, but it's very, very effective indeed. That's Michelinzakis in lane number 2. He's almost keeping pace with the 2 guys on the inside of him in the inside lanes. Nicholas Guy Turbide from Canada and Klaus Steinhauer from Germany. Nicholas Guy Turbide been trying to claim Canadian records. Canada have had a great representation over the years in the S13 class, some multi-Paralympic medalists. Nicholas Guy Turbide has been kind of chipping away at the records, a bit like Oliver Carter has been with the Scottish records.
Getting closer, Paul, getting closer. He's fidgeting in his seat now, is Paul. Coming up then, plenty of support for Turbide as he comes towards the end of his 400-metre freestyle race. Just outside the 5-metre marker, and they'll come through. Steinhauer can't chase him down, but on time it will be Turbide, 624, but he's beaten by Steinhauer, 680. Michelinzakis then takes 716. Ponce Bertrand turning, heading back to home. Craig McNeil, 637, 4:43.04. Here comes Joshua Hogan-Grob of Middlesbrough. He's just coming up to the final 5 metres at the moment. Michelinzakis' 716 has it. Hogan Grob in 5:07.13. And here comes Spain's Anthony Ponce Bertrand, the ODS 7 swimmer, in the field, and touches in a time of 5:23.01. So 7:16 takes it for Dimitrios Michelinzakis.
I said I like the technique there of Michelinzakis, and it looks like it has earned him the top spot in that final. The result is confirmed. Michelinzakis 716 points. Very impressive swim there. 439.37. Bastien Fontaine in second. Klaus Steinhauer in lane number 5. 680 points.
Good stuff. Good stuff for another C final. We've had some great races in these season B finals, haven't we? We really, really have. And there've been some super times, big point scorers as well. And 4:45.92 this morning from Michelinzakis. And the Greek does 4:39.37. Next race coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the B final of the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. Lane 0, representing Ireland, Jonathan McGrath. In lane 8, representing Canada, Zach McAllister. In lane 1, representing City of Sunderland, Matthew Wiley. In lane 7, representing City of Derby, Lewis White. In lane 2, representing Croatia, Christian Vincetic. In lane 6, representing Portugal, Emmanuel Gonçalves. In lane 3, representing Sweden, Ludvig Nyren. In lane 5, representing Canada, Isaac Bulkley. And in lane 4, representing Dulwich Dolphins, Kaoru Harazawa. This is the B final of the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. So into the B final. McGrath, Wiley, Vincetic, Nyren, Harazawa, Bulkley, Gonçalves, White and McAllister are your lineup. The Canadians, Croatian, from Ireland, Portugal, Sweden, Sunderland, Dulwich and Derby.
Great lineup.
Great lineup.
Absolutely.
Lewis
Harazawa,
White,
yeah.
Derby there. Trains at the probably the closest club to me. But I don't go to Derby, I'm from Nottingham.
Close to your heart, is it?
No,
No, okay.
I'm not allowed in Derby. Not with my scarf. Towards the end of the first 100 then, Paul, and Kaoru Harazawa 29.44 at the first turn. And after 100, it's 101.92. So it's freestyle 101 from Harazawa so far. 4:29.87, a personal best from Kahuru in the heats. Did stand at 4:30.44, so around about half a second wiped off.
Well, remember, he swam last night in the fly and he finished absolutely like a train last night. Just spoiling the party for the birthday boy Nathan Steen, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nathan Steen's birthday yesterday. He thought he was going to win his B final, and then Kahuru Harazawa came like a rocket right at the end. It was level pecking. Nothing you could do about that, Nathan. Nothing. He was a man possessed. You should start training. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That might help. That's Nathan Steen in the background shouting, I should start training for that. There you go. A bit late when you've already nearly won the race.
Nathan Steen was by far the better at 95 metres butterfly. It was the last 5 that just did him in, wasn't it?
Don't forget, we are going to read out all of the people who have dipped under the qualifying times for the British team heading towards the IPC Swimming World Championships. It's the people who've got underneath the times that were required in various events. We're going to read that list out.
Harazawa still maintaining that lead. We said he finished like a train on the butterfly. He finished like a train on this one this morning too. 400 freestyle, obviously very, very strong. And he's tried to get out a little bit faster now to see if he can improve on that time that he did this morning. Just dipping under the 4:30 mark, 4:29.87. Coming up to the 300 mark. Looks like Isaac Buckley is coming back, the Canadian, in lane number 5. Ludwig Neuren, the Swede, not out of it yet. The 3 S10 swimmers. Gonçalves from Portugal too, in lane number 6. It's the 4 S10 swimmers leading them through. Kahuru Harazawa is now being pressed by Isaac Buckley there as they go into the last 100.
Maybe Nathan Steen's had a word with Isaac Buckley and they're looking for a little bit of revenge here. Buckley is trying to chase down Harazawa as they head down towards the final turn. Then a real race going on between Harazawa and Buckley, the 2 S10 swimmers. Nyren trying his best to get involved in it as well, but it's Harazawa and Buckley as they come to the turn. Then 50 more metres left in this 400B final, and it means a heck of a lot to these two because they are absolutely busting a gut to get to the end here. Harazawa just leading away from Buckley, 3:51.50. Buckley 3:52.56. Can the Canadian close the gap, or will the British swimmer hold on to it? The Dulwich Dolphin still has the lead here with 15 to go, and I think they're going to run out of pool. Harazawa is looking like he's going to hold off Buckley, but what an effort here in this B final from the Canadian to try and stop Harazawa, but there ain't no stopping him. 4:23.52, 790 points. Harazawa inside his personal best by some distance as well. Nearly 6 and a bit seconds, wiped off his PB. Good swim, Kahuru Harazawa, and he's got to thank Isaac Buckley for pushing him all the way there in the final 150 or so metres.
He's got a big smile on his face there, Kahuru Harazawa. Very, very pleased with that one indeed. 790 points, and it looks like that is going to be enough to take the title in this B final. But what a great swim there, and a great contest at the front of the field between the two. Harazawa from Dulwich and Isaac Buckley from Canada.
It shows you how tight that B final was. Everybody scored within 700 points. That's pretty good. There you go. There's the confirmed results. You can see 790 for Harazawa, down to 716 for Emmanuel Gonçalves of Portugal. That's pretty tight.
It was indeed. It was Dulwich in first place, Canada second, and Canada third in terms of the points. But what a very good contest there. 4:23.52. Kahuru Harazawa wins that one with a new personal best.
So the Canadian team cheering on their second and third. Just a Britain first there for you, though. That's good. on home soil. Connor Henderson says, good luck, Sophie Woodward. Get your tweets coming. Try and read them out as we go along. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the A final of the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. In lane 9, representing Norway, Andreas Bjornstad. In lane 0, representing Loughborough University, Michael Jones. In lane 8, representing Germany, Torben Schmidtke. In lane 1, representing City of Sunderland, Joseph Craig. In lane 7, representing Borough of Kirklees, Jonathan Booth. In lane 2, representing Portugal, Davi Graxa. In lane 6, representing Nova Centurion, Oliver Hind. In lane 3, representing Italy, Federico Morlacchi. Lane 5, representing Canada, Alec Elliott. And in lane 4, representing Canada, Benoit Huot. This is the A final of the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. Away we go then, the A final. We have got 50-metre finals to come, but straight after we've interviewed whoever the winner of this race may be, we are going to read out the list of people who have dipped under those qualifying times. So stick around. Straight after this race, we're going to give you the complete list of those that have got underneath the A standard qualifying time from GB in terms of selection towards the IPC Swimming World Championships. Here, we've got Jones, Craig, Graxa, Morlacchi, Huot, Elliott, Hind, Booth, Schmidtke, Bjornstad, lane 4. Qualifying in 4:25.56. Benoit Huot, 9, yep, count them, 9 Paralympic gold medals going back to Sydney all the way up to London 2012. 200 IM golds, 100-metre butterfly golds, 50 freestyle golds. And here, he's going to turn around about 4th or 5th place. He was 6th at the first 50 metres. At 100, he's 3rd. And he's keeping an experienced eye on the rest of the field. Alec Elliott turning in 2nd, but it was the S9 swimmer Federico Morlacchi that had the lead at the 100, 103.17. Second then was Elliott, Huot in 3rd. As they come to the wall, what changes? Not a great deal, Paul, not a great deal at all. It's still Morlacchi, Elliott and Huot.
Morlacchi was very good this morning. He is the European record holder, 4:14.46, set in the World Championships back in 2013. Benoit Huot is just sizing them all up. The experienced man from Canada next to his teammate, Alec Elliott. sure Elliott would love to get one over on the more experienced Benoit Huot. But Morlacki seems like he is going to be the man to catch at the moment. He's got a lead as they go over at halfway, 209.05. We'll keep an eye on the two GB swimmers there in the S8 class, Oliver Hind and Joseph Craig. Oliver Hind, of course, has already made qualification standard in the 200 metres individual medley. He'd love to do another one. Oh, in fact, he has done another one in this event, but he'd love to challenge the record held by his brother Sam Hind, who retired just about a year ago. So Oliver Hind in lane number 6. We'll watch out for his progress. Joseph Craig in lane number 1. It's still Morlacki in lane number 3 who leads. Alec Elliott just with a marginal lead over Benoit Huot, but the two Canadians now coming back on the Italian Morlacki as they come up to the 300 metre mark. Morlacki had by far the highest points total, and I think the two S10 swimmers are going to have to get well ahead of the Italian if they are going to challenge him for points. But Morlacki leads going into the last 100. Huot now moved into second position, and Elliott in third with Oliver Hind in fourth now.
Huot just made the turn. It looked like he turned a key as well. He certainly switched it up a gear, and away he goes. The 9-time Paralympic gold medalist starting to race away. And as Paul said, though, the trick here will be getting enough distance between him and the S9 swimmer Federico Morlacchi of Italy in lane number 3. Huot is away, though, starting to move away from Elliott, move away from Morlacchi and the rest of the field. And it'll be really interesting to take a look at these points totals as they come to the end. They start to kick towards the finish. Keep your eye on Oliver Hind as well, the S8 Nova Centurion swimmer, the Great Britain Paralympic champion, world champion Ollie Hind kicking towards home as well. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Huot through the final 25. Morlacchi just will not let him go, though. Huot kicking towards home. Here they come towards the final 5. Under the backstroke flags they go. It will be Huot to take the touch in a time of 18:12, 840. Pipped at the end by Morlacchi, 882. Elliott with 804. Let's take a look at the rest of the times as they come in. Ollie Hind is coming close. So too is David Grachard, but it's 946 from Oliver Hind. 431.03, season's best from Ollie Hind there. Beat what he did in this morning's 431.80. 946 from Oliver Hind. Can that be toppled? Possibly not. Michael Jones, the S7 Loughborough swimmer, coming home on the far side, near side to us. Schmidtke and Andreas Bjornstad finishing their swims as well. Michael Jones in 0 takes a touch in 815 points. Here comes Bjornstad of Norway, 793. Great race visually to watch through the centre of the pool. But Oliver Hind, the S8 swimmer, give it up for him. 946 points. He takes it.
And also a great swim there from Oliver Hind's GB teammate, and Joseph Craig will just pip Federico Morlacchi for the silver medal position there. As we see, the result is confirmed. Morlacchi relegated to third by just 1 point. Joseph Craig with an excellent time there to take the silver, but the champion with 946 points, Oliver Hind from Nova Centurion.
So in a couple of moments, and Oliver Hind catches his breath. He'll get to stand and have a chat with our very own Jodie Loresh in a couple of moments. So stay where you are. Remember, we're going to read that list of names out that have got underneath the qualifying time. And let's go down to poolside. Jodie, there must be a happy Ollie Hind with you.
Thanks, Alan. Yes, I'm here with Ollie Hind. Ollie, well swum. It was quicker than this morning, just outside of your PB. How do you think about that swim?
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with the time, but I went in there and gave it everything that I had. So I know where I am now.
And what are you going to do between now and the World Championships to turn around that performance?
Just keep working hard, trust the process that what we're doing in training is going to pay off in the summer when the big prizes are available.
And you won gold at the European Championships last year in the 100 back, the 400 free, the 200 IM. Is there anything you can't do?
I don't know. Yeah, I just go in and give it my best every race, and that's all you can do.
Thanks very much, Ollie. Well swum.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, obviously part of the process here has been for swimmers to try and ascertain the qualifying times that they've put in front of them to try and qualify for the 2015 IPC Swimming World Championships. I think it's widely agreed that a lot of the times have been looked at real difficult or hard to get to. And they're there for a reason. They're there to push our athletes on to be some of the best athletes in the world. It's all about the gold medals. And that's what we'd like to see our athletes coming back with, not just from the World Championships, but from Rio 2016 as well. So we'd like to give you the opportunity here at Tollcross to give a round of applause to those athletes that have already got inside the qualifying times during this event here at Tollcross. Please, first in this order, a round of applause for Claire Cashmore, the SP8 swimmer in the 100-metre breaststroke and the women's 4x100-metre 34-point medley relay. Hannah Russell, S13, 100 metres freestyle. S12, 50-metre freestyle. S12, 100-metre backstroke. Bethany Firth, SV14 100-metre breaststroke, S14 100-metre backstroke, SM14 200-metre IM, and S14 200-metre freestyle. Ellie Simmons, SM6 200 metres individual medley, and S6 400-metre freestyle. Alice Tai, S10 100-metre backstroke, and women's 4x100 metres 34 points medley relay. Tully Kearney, women's 4x100 metres 34 points medley relay. Susie Rogers, women's 4x100 metres 34-point medley relay. Scott Quinn, SB14, 100 metres breaststroke. Sasha Kindred, SM6, 200 metres individual medley. Jack Thomas, SM14, 200 metres individual medley. Andrew Mullen, S5, 50 metres butterfly. James Crisp, S9, 100 metres backstroke. Tom Hamer, S14, 200 metres freestyle. Oliver Hind, SM8, 200 metres IM, and S8, 400-metre freestyle. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, adding to that list, Jessica Jane Applegate, S14, 200 metres freestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, your qualifying time swimmers. So there you go, Paul. We've had, that was the list. There's some excellent gold medal prospects there, isn't there?
Excellent gold medal prospects. A very, very strong lineup that GB hopefully will take to the World Championships. Official selection made tomorrow. We shall await that with interest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal presentation for the women's multi-classification 400 metres freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President, Scottish Amateur Swimmers Association, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Loughborough, Eleanor Simmons. Winner of the silver medal, representing Canada, Aurélie Riva. The winner of the gold medal, representing Woking, Hannah Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the youth medal presentation for the women's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Woking, Zara Maluli. Winner of the silver medal, representing Northampton Swimming Club, Eleanor Robinson. And the winner of the gold medal, representing Bournemouth Collegiate School, Alice Ty. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now give to you the medal presentation for the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President of the Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Italy, Federico Molacchi. Winner of the silver medal, representing City of Sunderland, Joseph Craig. Winner of the gold medal, representing Nova Centurion, Oliver Hine. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now give you the youth medal presentation for the men's multi-classification 400 meters freestyle. The medals will be presented by Vice President Scottish ASA, Elizabeth Stewart. Winner of the silver medal, representing Cooper and District Swimming Club, Oliver Carter. Winner of the youth gold medal, representing City of Derby, Lewis White. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. So don't go anywhere. Whether you're at home, whether you're here with us in Tollcroft, we've still got two very quick fire women's and men's backstroke finals to come. Just 50 metres of water separating someone between a gold medal. Or not, as the case may be. But men's and women's, the women's going to come up first, of course. Do stick around afterwards, of course. We've got the medal presentation. Last two races of the entire meet coming right up. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the final of the women's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke. In lane 8, representing Nova Centurion, Sophie Woodward. In lane 1, representing Russia, Valeria Konkova. In lane 7, representing South Asia, Kaylee Hago. In lane 2, representing Canada, Valerie Drapeau. In lane 6, representing Singapore, Pin Ju Yip. In lane 3, representing Team Ipswich, Suzanne Warren. In lane 5, representing Italy, Giulia Giletti. In lane 4, representing Norway, Sarah Louise Rung. This is the women's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke final.
Well, the 50 metres backstroke, only for swimmers in classes S5 and below. So we have got a full field full of almost all S5s apart from Pinju Yip, the S3 in lane 6, Sophie Woodward S3 in lane 8, and of course Konkova in lane number 1, the S4. Pinju Yip was the Paralympic champion in this event in Beijing for Singapore. She may well be a favourite, but Sarah Louise Rung might just contest that. The double gold medalist from the London Paralympic Games. She won a handful of gold medals at the European Championships, also successful in the World Games. And here comes Sarah Louise Rung, 48.15 in the heat. She's improved that, 46.56. And that's a good target for Pinju Yip in lane number 6 to aim for. Pinju Yip from Singapore will be looking for something around about the 1 minute mark in lane number 6. It is going to be 101.79, and that, Alan, should be good enough to take the gold medal position with 722 points. Kaylee Hago coming in 110.44, and Sophie Woodward and Valeria Konkova will have a close contest, even though they're on opposite sides of the pool. They're going to touch almost together here. A real battle for the finish here. And Sophie Woodward touching with her head, Konkova touching with her arms, and it does go to Sophie Woodward. A good finish from the Nova Centurion swimmer to get ahead of the Russian.
So 722 from Pinju Yip, not quite as good as the 731 she got this morning. 101.53 there, 101.79 here, but a good distance between her and the rest of the field as there was this morning, Paul. Wait for the confirmed results, but we think it's Pinju Yip, followed in by Sarah Louise Rung, and then it looks like Giulia Gueretti of Italy will complete the 1, 2, 3. Just wait for those results to be confirmed as the swimmers make their way out. And don't forget, one more race to come, and then do stick around for the medal presentations. Those of you at home, thank you very much for joining us. Once again, we've had viewers from wide-ranging countries around the world tuning in to see the, well, sometimes it's been the competition. We had a couple of swimmers from Australia who quite openly said they were just tuning in to see what the competition on the other side of the globe looks like, what they're swimming like. They'll be here, they'll be ready for those the IPC Swimming World Championships, won't they, Paul?
They will. I wonder if anyone's watching from Singapore. See that victory for Pinju Yip, although the result not confirmed yet. But as it stands at the moment, Pinju Yip from Singapore, coached by former GB coach Mick Massey, now based in Singapore. Could be looking for a gold medal performance from his swimmer there. Still a lot to look forward to. We saw last night some record-breaking performances right at the end of the day. We've got a big race to come in the men's 50 metres backstroke. One of the local heroes going in this one. We'll see if Andrew Mullen can repeat his heroics of yesterday. He goes in that 50 metres backstroke. I think we have now a confirmed result from that women's 50 metres backstroke. Pinju Yip confirmed as the gold medalist ahead of Sarah Louise Rung in silver and Giulia Gueretti from Italy with the bronze.
Well, down to Jodie we go, who's got an interview from the last race.
Thanks, Alan. Yes, I'm here with Sarah now. Sarah, 2 fantastic swims for you, 2 golds in 2 days. You must be pleased.
Yeah, I'm pleased with being able to improve in the final, so a gold is just a bonus.
And it was a big improvement, 2 seconds nearly from this morning's time.
Yeah, 2 seconds for a 50-metre race, that's a lot, and I'm happy about that.
And you said it's just outside your personal best, but this must be good preparation, just a couple months out of the IPC Worlds.
Yeah, it is a 50-metre backstroke. It's not my main event, but it gives me experience with competing in this race as well. So it's a good training towards the World Championships.
And what are you going to do now in training between now and the World Championships?
We have a few training camps coming up, and besides that, just do the best training possible and continue hard work.
Best of luck at the Worlds. Thanks very much, Sarah. Well done.
So we're coming up to our final piece of action. Those people are happy. I'm not sure whether they're happy because they're here, or is they happy because there's the last race, or happy because they're here, I'm hoping. Nice, yeah, says the lady in the yellow top, who seems exceptionally loud. Although there's a job in commentating for you because I'm exceptionally loud, and to make me even louder, people give me a microphone. How weird is that? There you go. Lady in yellow, get yourself... Oh, just boogie along. She's still auditioning for that place in One Direction. Maybe we can mix it up a bit. Doesn't always have to be a boy band, does it? Look at that. I think she fits in quite well. These two could go out alone. Have you ever wondered what happened to Bewitched from the 90s? I think that's their kids over there somewhere.
It's still going.
Still
we
going,
can't
yeah.
see them on the camera.
I
But
think they've
it's still
realised the
going.
camera's not on them anymore. It's they'll turn it into their own individual show. Just literally, we're live streaming 2 people dancing away like a bunch of mad things. Bless them.
You think they've eaten all your sweets?
Yeah.
that
By the
you've
way,
had
look at
on
this.
it?
Look at this. I bought a giant pot of marshmallows in the lunch break. I've had about 4. The event staff here have certainly enjoyed the sugar. I've enjoyed the man with the Irish flag who's just constantly waved and been happy to be here, and we're happy you're here, quite frankly.
It's Ellen Keene's dad. He's
That's
got
Alan
a green
Keen's
suit
dad. He's got a green suit, has he?
with shamrocks all over
He's
it.
not wearing it today unless he's dyed it in the wash. He's extremely happy to be here. The Irish have had a good week here. Irish coaches, Irish swimmers seem happy. So we've had a really good time. Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the medal ceremony for the women's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke. The medals will be presented by British Swimming Board member Ray Gordon. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Italy, Giulia Greretti. Winner of the silver medal, representing Norway, Sarah Louise Runn. Winner of the gold medal, representing Singapore, Yip Pin Zhu. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, we now bring you the youth medal presentation for the women's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke. Our medals will be presented by British Swimming Board member Ray Gordon. Winner of the silver medal, representing South Ayrshire, Kaylee Hago. Winner of the youth gold medal, representing Nova Centurion, Sophie Woodward. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your medalists. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes competing in the final of the men's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke. In lane 9, representing Greece, Dimitrios Karipidis. In lane 0, representing Portugal, João Pina. In lane 8, representing Poland, Mateusz Blaziewski. In lane 1, representing Sweden, Michael Fredriksson. In lane 7, representing Portugal, Nelson Lopez. In lane 2, representing Spain, Miguel Martinez de Coelho. In lane 6, representing Durham City, Lyndon Longhorn. In lane 3, representing Spain, Ricardo Ten. In lane 5, representing Ireland, James Scully. In lane 4, representing Ren 96, Andrew Mullen. This is the final of the men's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke.
Well, the final race of these championships is underway. Andrew Mullen has been an absolute star the past few days, especially last night, with a new record to his name in the 50 metres butterfly. He is the European record holder in this one. 37.56 is his own European record. He went 38.11 today. He's got to get very close to his record to achieve a qualification time. Andrew Mullen coming into the last 5 now. We'll just have a look at the clock. Remember, 37.56 he is looking for, and he has slipped by again. Andrew Mullen, 38.28. And that record is safe for another day. But Andrew Mullen, again, well, he has been a great success again at these championships. And another good performance, 764 points from the Ren 96 swimmer, nearly a local here in this tow cross pool. Still a few swimmers to come in the final stages. It's different classifications, of course, as we've seen all the way through these championships. The S1 and S2 swimmers in the outside lanes may challenge the points totals, but I don't think so. Andrew Mullen, I think, is going to be the highest points total. 379 for Joe Pina. And the final swimmer of these championships is Dimitros Karapidis from Greece. The S1 swimmer will complete the distance right now to close the swimming at these championships in 1:34.49, 315 points. We'll wait for the final result to be confirmed.
So Mullen's 7.64, we believe, is the winning score in this very final event. Ladies and gentlemen, do stick around. We have got the medal presentation to come for that men's 50 metres. So confirmed results on the board. Andrew Mullen, Ren 96, as Paul was saying, not quite able to match or better the personal best he's got in the record, 37.56, 38.28 this evening. Spain's Miguel Martinez Tequelo will get himself a silver medal, and Portugal's Nelson Lopez completes a decent journey for the Portuguese team with a bronze in our final medal presentation. Ricardo 10 then finished with 460 points. James Scully was just in behind that. And the rest of the field, Pina, Fredriksson, Karapidis, Longhorn and Blazievski. That is the point scorers. That was your final 10 names on the board here this evening. And a real successful process, the qualifying times that were there. I'm sure Chris Ferber and his team have looked on at the swims, not just this evening, but throughout the competition, very eagerly. They've set those targets. There's the game heading towards not just the World Championships, but the ideas of what they want from Rio 2016 are firmly fresh in the mind already from the early stages of 2015. So in a couple of moments we will bring you the medal presentation for that final race. Thank you very much to those of you at home who've been watching as well on the live stream. Don't forget, if you missed any of the action, maybe you missed some of the action, maybe you did, you can watch it on Catch Up on the British Swimming YouTube channel. Paul, how's your meet been?
It's been very good. It's been enjoyable 4 days. I'm beside you all week, Alan, and I've survived to tell the tale.
4 days with me is, yeah, it's probably enough.
No comment. Yeah, it's been a good event. We've seen some great international performances, some great GB performances, records, personal bests, qualifying times achieved. It's all that we want from a good championships. And it has seen this venue in a great light. It sets the scene very well for the championships to be held here in July. World Championships on their way to Tollcross, 13th to the 19th of July. Get your tickets in. It is going to be a fantastic event. We've just seen a little snippet of what it might be at these championships this weekend.
So as we said, just a couple of moments, we'll bring you the medal presentation for our final event that we've just had. That, of course, was the men's 50 backstroke. So again, don't forget, get yourself on the Ticketmaster website, get yourself a ticket for the IPC Swimming World Championships. Again, if you're still with us at home, thank you very much for being with us. Hope you've enjoyed it no matter where you are, around the world, around the country. Plenty of keen people watching on from various countries around the world. So thank you to you for watching. Tickets from just £10. Under 16s are free to come along. So, bring the family. Certainly looking forward to some top-class swimming here in July in Tollcross. Certainly a venue that can give us everything it needs to hold that sort of event. And, the Canadian team are heading off home, but they've been a real highlight, a real find, if you like, vocally, in the stands. I've now found my own secret whoop button. So thank you to Team Canada, and hopefully we'll see you again in July. I might be sat here, I might be sat over there, I'll be somewhere. And my who was with us in a 400 metres, didn't quite manage what he told me he was going to do. But there you go. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing the Canadians here in the IPC Swimming World Championships. I'm sure they'll be taking some medals back with them as well when they get here. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal presentation for the men's multi-classification 50 metres backstroke. The medals will be presented by British Swimming Board member Ray Gordon. Winner of the bronze medal, representing Portugal, Nelson Lopez. The winner of the silver medal, representing Spain, Miguel Martinez Sagrelo. Winner of the gold medal, representing Ren 96, Andrew Muller. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of your medal winners. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. We hope you've enjoyed this British Para-Swimming International Meet 2015. Have a very safe journey home. Officials, you may leave the poolside. That concludes a wonderful British Para-Swimming International Meet 2015. Good night.